Okay, guys, we are live. So for those listening at home, welcome to the Dungeon Musings YouTube channel. My name is Kevin Madison, and I will be your friendly Dungeon Muser this evening. Tonight, we are going to continue on with our ongoing campaign playing Jeff Talanian's very awesome Astonishing Swordsmen and Sorcerers of Hyperborea. And we are playing through a modified version, but largely based on Ron Lundeen's very excellent The Dead Roads module from Paizo Publishing. With me this evening are the stars of the Beneath the Boneyard campaign. And I'll go left to right. Why don't you guys tell us who you are and who you're playing? So first up is Arlen.
Hi, I'm Arlen, and I am playing Sagramore the Paladin.
Nice. And next up is Jeffrey.
Hey everybody, I'm Jeff, and I'm playing Yorian. He is a halfling assassin, and I am drinking Nika whiskey from Japan today.
Oh, very nice. There's very little left there.
I know, I'm trying to finish this bottle because I have another.
Next up is Dave.
Hey everybody, I'm at David J. Forche on Twitter and Instagram, and I'm playing Vargosh, the orc-blooded fighter. And nice. I'm drinking a little bullet bourbon with some homemade root beer.
Outstanding. Sorry, homemade root beer?
Well, it's like Soda Stream, but I made it.
Oh, okay. I made it say, what the shit, Dave? Man, still waters run deep. Next up is, and last but not least, I should say, is of course the man, the myth, the legend, Steve-O!
Good evening. I, of course, am playing Nargul, the fabulous woodland magician. Vampire. Yeah.
Outstanding. What are you drinking tonight, Steve-O?
Oh, thanks for asking. I'm drinking Rangeland Rye Whiskey. Comes in a plastic bottle on sale for $22.
Ooh.
Nice.
And how about you, Arlen? What, you got a tasty beverage?
I have some water.
Ooh.
Hey, that counts.
So I am actually cheating again tonight. I'm still having something with some sugar in it. I'm having mash. It's the stuff I got from my local thing. It's lightly carbonated blood orange soda. It's pretty tasty. There's no booze, unfortunately, but But guys, we said, what do we recall last session? There were some pretty big revelations and a pretty big fight with a pretty big crow. What do you guys? Who wants to bring Dave up to speed as to what the hell happened last session?
Oh, it was just pretty much constant emotional turmoil until it was regular turmoil.
Yeah.
Let's see.
So
what did we do?
We met a bunch of people last session.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm off frame here. One sec here. Hello. Grabbing my notes here. What do you guys remember from last session? Who do you meet?
Well, what did I do with it? No.
The names I've got here are Marvena, Isolde, Lamorak, and Grandma Softblossom.
Yes, Grandma Softblossom. That's what I was trying to find.
Mm-hmm.
Expedition Grandma?
Yeah. Yes. What do you guys? Let's maybe bring Dave. There's this new map that you guys find yourself on here. This character map. What you guys want to tell Vargosh what he sees as he fades in with you guys?
So this is, what's the name of the city or the little town?
Roslar's Coffer.
There you go.
Yeah. And we met our dear loved ones here, trapped in this place. And we found out that several of them actually do know that they're dead. And they are just, I don't know, refusing to do anything about it.
Well, some of the inhabitants, not some of your loved ones. Your loved ones don't seem
Oh, yes.
to...
Sorry, not our loved ones, but
Yeah.
yeah, the inhabitants.
So the people, let's see if we can help here with some handouts. So one of the people you met was Mayor Lady Milana Grieve, and or Grive, and Mayor Grive. It seemed at first like that she didn't want you guys to get everyone all worked up. She was quite intent on you guys not upsetting people and was not willing to try and help you, present to everybody that that they were actually dead. We also, let's hear. Oh, I got here's Lamorak as well too. This is the father of Sagramore's kind of lady love, who is Isolde, and Neorian met his grandmother, who seemed to be oblivious. She was intent on baking him a pie, and seemingly oblivious to the fact that the apples she was trying to use were quite corrupted. And Nargul met his overprotective older sister, Marvena. And all of them seem completely oblivious. You guys remember meeting some children as well?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And do you remember what was with the children and apparently told them that they were dead? Let's see if this rings a bell.
Yeah, the giant crow, but I don't remember who was inside of it.
The name that you heard, remember the crow opened up and the name spilled forth, and that name identified herself as Mictana.
Yes, Mictana.
What do you remember Mictana telling you?
That she was going to take the people to the afterlife. And she
also said, just to refresh you guys here. Well, do any of you remember what she specifically said to you? Do you?
She talked about our unusual condition and how she was gonna put an end to us or whatever specifically she said. I don't remember her exact words.
Yeah,
like the living condition.
Like the fact that we're dead but not really dead.
Yeah, we're something slightly different, and it upsets her.
Mm-hmm. So let's open with this scene. I think where we picked up was you guys last time here in the middle of town, where you had fought that witch crow, whose name was Duskfeather.
Right.
The kids were quite angry with you, or quite perturbed, because you guys had sent him flying, literally, away from you guys. And as you guys are standing there, you suddenly realize that Vargosh is standing next to you as well. And Vargosh, you sort of, do that double blink thing, and you look around, and you recognize this place. You know what this place is.
I do.
This is Roslar's coffer.
Mm.
This is where you've been living.
Where I've been living.
Yeah. What is your before we or after we left last time? 2 sessions ago, we talked about the identifying who the loved one is that your character would find here. Who was Vargosh's?
I wrote it in the chat, but
I think that might be. We've had 2 different campaigns. I think I've run since those. Might be a few dice rolls back. I haven't cleared the chat though, so if you need a refresher, it should be in there somewhere.
Okay, I'll dig it up. But it was an old mercenary military buddy. Who
okay.
Friend and captain, and trying to remember what else there was. I don't recognize those names.
One thing that the guys, as a refresher to the other players, the mayor seemed to think that, remember that Vargosh and Red Crow had traveled together. They had both come from a place that she called Belkson, but you don't recognize that name. I mean, you don't recognize any names apart from your own, it seems so.
No.
Although your loved ones, certainly.
Well, and I think the one we did we tell Dave that we ended up fighting the crow at the end of the session?
I don't know.
I kind of got that from what you were
Okay,
talking about.
yeah. And we landed quite a lot of damage on it and took off and ran away.
Yeah. Jeff helpfully demonstrated just how effective a sneak attack can be.
Yeah. It worked well.
Yeah. So, Vargosh is, has now faded back in, and you guys can see he's standing amongst you. What were you guys planning on doing next? You may remember that when you arrived, you were Nargle was looking around for somewhere to steal, I think, and that's when he found those kids talking to that oversized crow. Sagramore and Neorian, you went and talked to your loved ones, and I don't remember what you guys were planning on meeting up with. The Mayor Grieve had mentioned that you may need to, without the support of the council, Tarragon, that's the guy's name?
Yep.
Okay. So in a sentence, describe for me what Tarragon is like.
Tarragon is like way too good looking for a guy who wears a helm all the time, and his face never gets scarred, and it kind of pisses off the rest of the mercs because everybody's got some kind of nicks or scratches on their. And
what about personality-wise?
Personality-wise, he's like, your best drinking buddy, but a bit of a hard ass when it comes to, how he manages the troops.
Okay.
Everything is shipshape and neat order. Think of almost like a Roman soldier who, does everything by the book and whatnot.
Okay. Okay. Vargosh has served with him, or is there something else to his relationship?
Yeah, they served together and kind of became friends. And although Vargosh wasn't like any kind of officer or anything like that, they got on fairly well because he knew where his place was and he stayed in it. Okay.
So you sort of fade in and kind of do this like double blink thing, as you realize that this time you actually realize that you're not assuming you've always been here. You're fading back in, and maybe that's part of because you recognize the town itself. And Neorian, you're sort of on the roof right now, and you've driven that bird off. Were you planning on coming down again, or?
Yeah, I'll climb down now.
Okay. So let's pick up the scene there, guys. So the crow has gone off. Vargosh seems to be back. And Vargosh, you've got this faint memory of this place. Like, this seemed to be a place you were living here.
Where the heck?
You had a home here.
Strange. This place is so familiar. I've lived here. Is this?
You've lived here?
Did we just fight? I don't remember fighting.
You still have injuries. You have wounds. It seems.
Oh, right. But the last thing I remember, we were standing on the hill, contemplating going into town.
Now here we are.
Did I take a shot to the head? Everything seems fuzzy.
Not that I saw. Let me see. Yorian takes a look at his head. I don't see any specific wound.
I have this magnificent hair, though.
So what are you guys going to do?
Nice.
What do you make of this?
I would know where to go for a drink, though.
Everyone seems to be moving around, but the thing is, the town is utterly devastated. Like, this entire place, it looks. You can picture, as if and like a nuclear bomb went off. This whole place, it's just the barest frames of buildings that are still standing. It's charred. There's debris all over the ground, but people are walking around as if there's nothing unusual. They're going about their days. There's probably a marking on your tabard that you see on maybe one other person as well too, who kind of nods towards you as you go past, and you think maybe you recognize that person, but you can't come to a name. But yeah, I mean, like, it's this surreal contrast between of you knowing that you lived here, knowing that this is now a devastated ruin, but these people seem to be walking around as if nothing is strange.
Feels like I got either a really bad hangover or a really bad concussion, or maybe a bit of both.
Mm-hmm.
What
are the rest of you guys? You guys all standing around silent right now. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
So then you guys fill Vargoth in on what's happened?
Yeah, absolutely. Just as we said, my grandmother was here for some reason.
Your grandmother?
Yes. It's very strange.
Do you live with your grandmother? Do you live near her? Because I lived here and I don't recognize you before the coffin or the tomb.
I lived with her long ago, but not recently.
No, you did. You've been living with her.
Oh, okay. Yes,
Yeah,
I was living with her then.
In this town?
I don't think so.
That sounds right.
That
You
I
guys
was
have-
living here in this town.
You guys have all been living here.
Mm.
So how is it that we all lived in this town and yet we didn't know each other prior to being in the tomb?
Well, you don't recognize anyone else in town either.
It's weird.
Mm-hmm.
It is weird.
So how do you... More of this magic, maybe, that's making people disappear and reappear while we're trying to get out of the tomb. Messing with our heads.
Yeah. It's definitely leaving me very confused.
What do you say, Nargul? Does this register on your weird magic scale?
Weird magic scale?
Yeah.
I give it a sniff. Yeah, a metaphysical sniff.
Oh no, he's not. There's not a scale that's being presented to you. He was asking you whether this registered on your magical scale or not. The unusual situation.
Yeah, well, I'm sniffing the metaphysical situation, and I am believing that there is some connection to our destiny.
Originally, yeah.
And you, Sagramore, have you had the same feelings? Like you lived here? Or more?
Yeah, I think I lived here. I think so.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. There's two people that I know, but the rest I couldn't tell you who they are.
Which is in itself odd, is it not? If you lived somewhere, wouldn't you know more than a few people?
You would think.
You know the shopkeepers, the baker, wherever you got your supplies from.
It's strange. It's all on the edge of my brain, but it's not clear.
Mm-hmm. It's like, when you're trying to think of the lyrics to a song that you know quite well, but it just doesn't come to you. You can sort of make out a rough approximation of the outline of it. You can think of what maybe one or two bits of it sound like, but you just can't get the words to come to you. You just can't get that memory to dislodge. It's stuck. So it's just left with an impression that this place feels. I mean, the emotional register of being back here is registering more than what the memory is, the actual memory.
Hmm.
It's so strange. I wish I could piece it together. It might help us solve this mystery.
Have you done anything to help?
Well, we drove off that dusk feather, and we've got some information from the mayor about what we can do to help. But we haven't gotten stuck in yet.
Mm-hmm.
In our duel, who always lives in the woods, it almost kind of like he doesn't remember anything, but it almost seems kind of wrong.
Did we make a deal with that mechanical bird?
Yeah, Umble and Thoot. I'll show you. It's a refresher. Yeah, I think the last thing you remember, Vargosh, is the conversation with Umble and Thoot. So there's Thoot, and there is Umble. And what they had advised that they were psychopomps who were instructed or tasked with ushering the dead on to their ultimate destination, and that Umble and Thoot had appeared to the people of Roslar's Coffer, tried to move to, to perform their task, were driven off as monsters. They've asked you guys to help convince these people that they are indeed dead. Do you remember meeting that guy on the way into town as well?
Yeah, the
He
man
and his
who was
wife
searching for his horse.
Yeah, Chestnut.
I do remember.
Mm-hmm. So you guys came down.
And he knew about Vargosh, didn't he?
Which did Umble and Thoot?
No, the man that we met. We asked him about Vargosh and Red Crow.
Yeah, he knew about Vargosh.
Yeah,
you got
some of the other people have too.
Yeah, and unusually too, it seems as if the town seemed to have a higher esteem for Vargosh than it did for Red Crow.
Red Crow's kind of weird. Just kidding, George.
I'm not sure anyone remembered me at all other than my grandmother. I don't know what that means.
Everyone seemed to know Sagramore as well.
Mm-hmm.
And they called Nargol something as well, too.
Called him something? Like a dirty, stealing bastard?
They referred to him as... One sec here.
Nacho chip eating, whiskey drinking, stampede loving varmint.
Yeah, curse that handsome devil. Excuse me. It was.
Wasn't he a stampede? Sorry.
Well, so we'll talk about that a little later.
Sure.
So they cursed him as an Oostlavite.
Have we ever heard that term before?
No. Oostlavite doesn't register at all. Nargol, why don't you give me a D6 roll? Now that someone's refreshed your memory of that. Nope. No. Yeah, the opposite end of what you need there. So you know that so here's what you guys know. I guess the other thing is what was it that McTana said to you? Maybe that'll help you guys plan what your options are here. Apart from saying that you guys had that, how did she phrase it there, Sagramore?
Our unusual condition.
Yeah.
Is what I wrote down.
Didn't Umble and Thoot say something about you guys as well?
Yeah, they were talking about how we had something like a fragment in our hearts.
So what do you think that means if they've got psychopomps who are who noticed that but didn't try and usher you along and offered to get you out of the Boneyard, but that they're all trying to usher the entire town along to their final destination? Whereas McTana says that she'll deal with your unusual condition and send all of you guys off to your final destination.
Sounds like we're not dead. Not totally dead. Mostly dead.
Exactly. Once again, insert Miracle Max joke here. So what does that mean with respect to your loved ones then?
That they're lost to us? I don't know.
that they're all the way gone.
So what are you guys thinking here then?
Maybe we followed them here.
What do you think your options are? Maybe that'll help you guys bring Vargosh up to speed as to what your actual task before you is.
Well, I think we can either go along with the plan, the original plan, and still try to convince these people that they're dead. Although that hasn't been working very great for us. Or we just succumb to our fate and pass on to the afterlife?
Foolish thoughts.
I certainly don't feel ready for death.
Mm.
There was talk of going to town council and talking to them.
Yeah, there was a name that the mayor gave you. It was Arbella Tharmethion.
As someone that we should talk to.
Yeah, that not something you should talk to. That was like basically the head of the town council.
Oh, right. Who was opposed to...
Well, they didn't seem... I don't think she said one way or the other whether they knew about it. What Mayor Grive said was that she didn't want you spreading wild rumors and upsetting people.
Right.
But if...
So the children knew that they were dead, right?
Right.
So maybe another thing to do might be to like try to talk to them and figure out kind of how they feel about that. I don't know. Kind of, it seems like if the Dusk Feather has convinced them that they're dead, then sort of...
Do you think it was Dusk Feather that would have done that? Or do you think it was...
Mctana? Yeah.
Because they did mention her name, right?
Yeah. But that it might be worth kind of talking to them and figuring out who told them that and kind of why they think that. And if so, why aren't they going with Umble and Thoot?
Mm.
Right.
What do you guys think?
We could talk to the kids. They didn't like us, but...
Well, they might like Vargosh. He's new.
True.
I say we
They
talk
don't know
to
that he drove away the bird.
Why don't we talk to this council person you were mentioning?
We could. She's very against any...
I don't think you guys know that.
Oh, we don't know. Oh,
no,
I see.
the thing
I
is...
thought that's what the mayor was saying, but
I
I
don't
wasn't...
think Niorian knows that because he wasn't there. But I think the mayor said that she had something that she was planning that was somehow opposed to going along with the psychopomps.
That's what I gathered, but...
Because I remember
the
something
character
about that
actually
too.
there.
Well, Mayor Grive was against it, against going along with the psychopomps because she didn't want to upset everyone.
No. But specifically, Mayor Grive was telling us that Arbella had some sort of like a plan or a counselor who was opposed to it and was...
I don't think so.
No?
But
Okay.
no, that she's the head of the town council, and that if you convinced them, they would be the ones to lead. Like if you had a unified thing, the mayor will go along with that. The mayor knew that you guys were all dead. The mayor knows that she's dead, but she had said that, when you try to convince individual people, they found it, dramatically upsetting, and then it generally didn't stick. I mean, you guys have seen that happen as well, too, right? Like when you've been talking to a lot of...
Yeah, absolutely. We saw that.
Okay. Well, then sounds like we need to go see Arbella.
Yeah, let's start there.
Okay. Let me quickly get some set up here. Let's see what's clear here.
So would we know where Arbella is, given that we're all somewhat familiar with town, or?
I think she said that they were meeting in a clearing near the north of town. And let's see here. Oh yeah, this is a non-sequitur, but Arlen, how badass is that bounty hunter picture for GURPS?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking cool. You know, if I ever want to get myself in the mood for like a genre mashup game, I really just need to go into my uploaded images because, you know, like, ooh, this robot would be pretty fucking cool in this game.
Yeah, see, the mayor kicked Neorian out of the meeting, so he wasn't too clear on the...
Right, yeah. I want to find this bell myself and I'll ring it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me and the mayor don't get along too well.
Not, apparently not, no.
Not particularly well.
Oh, man. What spell did you end up picking there, Steve-O?
From first level, I've got Burning Hands, Magic Missile, Enlargement, and Shield.
Ooh.
Yes.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Oh, just you wait.
You'll show us.
Exactly.
Nice. I'm impressed how many levels you guys have gained already, too. It's pretty good. You know, I need to get into a game sometime soon, too, guys, is, of course, a... another giant toad. Really, it's been a while since we've had a good, you know, healthy respect for the giant toad. All right. I think somewhere Brent just felt a cold shiver run up his spine. Okay. All right, sorry about that, guys. So as you make your way across town, let's go to the map for Roslar's coffer very quickly here. So, guys, here's what the map looks like. You remember? Boom, boom, boom. And where you guys are, there we go. Got you guys mostly lined up here. Oh, let me zoom out just a scooch here. So you guys were down here, like near the center of town, when you guys encountered that giant crow, and you are now going to be heading up here. Yeah. Boom. Reorient everyone. That's where you're heading. So that's sort of. Let me grab the tokens again, and I'll bring you to the map you need to be at. You all are spread all over. Okay. Okay. Okay, let me move you guys over, and then I'll reorient you to where we are. Boom. That work?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. So that's where you guys are. Now, as you can see, if you zoom out just a scooch there, you can see that there is a group of... I just got the same token over and over again for the kind of blonde, bushy, bearded guy there. Those are town councilors. And one of them seems to be, you know, they're all sort of hanging back and listening. But the one that has the red dot on it, that person is sitting kind of on a like a wooden bench that's been constructed in this clearing near that little pond there as kind of a place to relax. And standing in front of her is this shimmering and armored figure. It looks like this, guys.
Whoa. It's not expecting that.
No, and that figure, as fearsome as it may seem, is not threatening. There seems to be a heated discussion that is going on. I think Neorian, what's your hear noise check? Well, you're level 2, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I don't think I have it on the sheet actually.
Discern noise. What's your wisdom?
Somehow I closed my sheet. Holy crow, there's a lot of characters on here. Now.
I just rolled a 12. It's under the dead roads. The what do you call it? The tab. You might be in handouts. Here.
Wait.
Does that help?
Yeah. Thanks.
Welcome.
Okay. My wisdom?
Yeah.
Not that you need it anymore, but it is 12.
12. Okay. Yeah. No, I rolled quite poorly. So you don't overhear. I think that, so you guys are a little further back there. What do you guys want to do? This does not seem normal. Just to contextualize, this is not a normal circumstance, obviously. Sagramore, would you kindly give me a D6 roll?
Mm-hmm.
A 6.
6. No. Okay. So you can't make out the blue and blackish shimmering kind of stuff that's around this guy. You can't quite make it out. What are you guys going to do? So you see this going on. I'll leave it to you guys right now. What's going on?
We want to go and talk to them?
I think so.
Yeah. Let's do it.
You want to send the little sneaky one forward to do some sneaky?
You want to sneak up on them?
Or do we just want to go talk to them?
I could speak, right?
What was that, Steve?
I'm kind of sneaky, aren't I? Why do I think that? Hold on. I don't have anything noisy on me anyway, and I got a good dex.
What are you guys thinking?
I thought sneaky one meant Neorian, but
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, that's what I'm asking. Like, do you want me to sneak up on them? What do you want to learn? What they're talking about?
Yeah.
I mean, I can try and sneak up on them. Don't
What
we
are you
just
guys
want to
thinking?
go talk to them? Urian's not clear what our goal here is from them.
So as you guys are kind of talking about this, they did look. One looks over and says, "They're coming," and everyone sort of seems to turn and they see you coming now, and you can hear now quite audibly the sound of that shade speaking, and he says, "More liars come. Do not listen to them. They are purveyors of untruths. Listen to your ancestor, Arbella."
and that caused something to happen to my token because I disappeared from the group.
Did you delete your token?
No,
Are you taken by the mists?
Yeah.
Whoa! Now there's duplicate.
no, I hadn't touched anything. It just disappeared. But here we go. Now
If you
I'm back.
deleted the thing that you drew, I think you deleted your token by accident too.
I didn't draw that.
Oh, someone else did? Okay.
Somebody else drew that.
Okay. All right. So what are you guys that likewise seems unusual. So what are you guys doing? The woman he seems to be speaking to turns and looks at you, and she is she's dressed like I'm trying to think who you might picture here. She's a woman who's in her late 40s. She's tall and like sturdy, but she's dressed like kind of like an upper middle class character. So she's got fairly nice clothes on, but her hands seem rough. Her face looks, it's got one or two scars on it, very faint ones. Not like hideous, disfiguring things, but she turns and says, "And who are Vargosh, Sagramore? What are you?" And she looks back at the phantom And then back at you guys. What are you doing here?
We're here to talk.
Do not listen to them. And she looks back. Who sent you?
We come on our own.
They are liars.
I don't know why.
Agents of the demons.
Right.
Liars.
And that's why you're spreading all kinds of lies, because we haven't said anything yet. Trust
I
me.
do not lie, creature.
Mm-hmm.
I speak the truth for my lineage.
So, since we haven't even decided what we're going to say, how could you know we're going to lie?
I can tell from your look. I see your black hearts. Arbella says, what is it you come for?
We don't know.
You don't know? See, they dissemble and deceive.
We're trapped in a strange place. Come to a town that raises more questions than answers.
And that one profanes the tabard which he wears. You shame the shining crusade, wretch.
Quiet, spirit, before I bang you with my mace.
Nargul turns towards the spirit, whips out his sling, and fires a shot off at him.
Okay. Let's see what the range is. Okay.
Okay, I wasn't going to do that, but sure. What the heck?
70 feet, eh? All right. So 70 feet. It's 70 feet away. So, well, let me roll for surprise here, because it's possible he's surprised. He's not surprised. So he's going to see you getting your sling ready to go out. So let's do this, guys. Who wants? Dave missed last session, so Dave, you're going to be in charge of initiative. Because Nargul seems to be doing something that was unplanned, I will get the rest of the players to roll for surprise.
Yes, I can tell you Nurian is surprised. Normally he's the one pulling shit like that.
Yes. So, payback's a bitch, right, Steve-O? Okay, so everyone else, go ahead and roll a d6. Okay, Sagamore's not surprised.
Oh, we're each rolling our own this time?
Each individually, yeah.
Can we just choose to be surprised?
You can choose, yeah, absolutely. Neorian's not surprised, though. And Vargosh?
Finally.
Oh, I just lost Steve's video. Let's try reconnecting.
I see you. You're gone.
Oh, you're back.
I see you.
Okay. All right, so it seems that no one is surprised, guys. So let's everyone declare actions, and then we will roll initiative. And Dave, wait until you see my dice result before you roll your initiative. Let's see. Oh, we are starting off hot. Nice. Yeah, missile. Not a surprise. There's Steve-O. Okay. So we just need Vargosh and then Untan. Nice, okay. Vargosh beat my 4. There we go. Big money. All right, so he is first up, guys, is melee. Looks like everyone's holding actions on melee. Missile. Nargul, go ahead and make your slingshot. Now let's see here. The sling has that puts you at medium range, so you were at -2 at medium range. Yeah, -2. So go ahead and make your attack roll.
Here we go. It's coming right now with the sling. There it is.
Oh, holy shit. Even with a -2, you actually managed to connect.
Nice.
So you hurl this thing off, and it seems to pass through this thing completely You know, completely without any effect. Let's see here. Is this right? Yep. So this thing then says, see what demonry, see what they try. Liars, strike them down. And that was it for missile. Next up is magic. No one's got magic. Next up is move. So the bad guy's up first here, and he begins to drift forward. And you can't see his scabbard at his hip, but he draws his hand across it, and then what seems to form from a blackened bluish smoke is this blade that appears as he begins making his way towards you. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's where he is. So he's very quick. The rest of the counselors all seem a bit surprised. Like they're not sure kind of what to do here. And the woman he was speaking to does nothing. You guys, whoever has a move on first phase, go ahead. No one's moved. Niorian, you got hold. Vargosh, are you moving at all?
Yeah, sorry, I had somebody knocking at my door, but it's a canvasser, so I'm going to leave him.
Yeah, fuck them.
Oh, two. And that will stop there.
Nice. Okay. So that is the end of phase 1. Phase 2. This thing goes first with on melee. So it crashes into you. What weapon do you have right now?
I have the undead guy's undead smasher.
Oh, right. That which one? The smasher or the bastard sword?
Footman's mace.
Oh, I thought you took that bastard sword. Or the ones that you guys recovered from the big statue?
No,
Yeah.
I think Sagamore has that.
Sagamore has his longsword. He didn't take. I too thought that Vargosh took Roslar's bastard sword.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the one that Niorian broke off the statue.
Yeah.
Yeah, I assume that because you're the only one who has a scabbard that can actually hold that thing too.
Yeah, we thought you were using it.
Yeah, and you also, I mean, it seems of a finer craftsmanship than the mace even.
Okay. I don't know. Okay. Roslar's bastard sword?
It's basically same stats as your bastard sword. No one's cast detect magic on it, so if it has other abilities or things, you are not aware of them just yet. Okay, so if it's that, then that's you guys are within one of each other in the weapon class. So this thing swings this sword at you. Whoa. What is your AC right now, Vargosh?
-5.
-5?
No, it's 6.
6. Okay. Shit. So this thing, it passes through you. What I need you to give me is a death save, please.
Well, that sounds promising.
Yeah. Okay, so you do have a point of astonishing fortune.
You know what? I'm suddenly using my point of astonishing fortune.
Okay, so what I'll tell you what happens is you go in expecting this. You try and parry with that big sword of yours, and you realize that the apparition's weapon passes right through it and leaves you like you were expecting that to sort of block the blow. And this is about to pass through half of your body. You're able to pull yourself back, and you see it moves through your billowing cloak, and whoa, it seems to leave a rime frost where it passes through. You are quite grateful that it did not pass through your actual body. But it swings wide and does not follow up on that strike. So now any of the heroes who are acting in phase 2 melee, go ahead.
Well, he moved into range, so I'm going to move up.
Okay.
And
here it comes.
A swing, not like that.
No. So you swing, and it's just you probably pass through some of that bluish fire. Does not connect with anything meaningful. Anyone else got melee in first phase or second phase? Does not look like. Oh, Vargosh. Okay, so you swing this thing around and bring it down, and it passes through this thing, and it howls in pain and recoils from it. That seems to have cut as if it was corporeal flesh. Wow. Okay. And what he says is, "No, the traitor's blade." And that is for the melee. Next up is missile second phase. We got nobody. Magic second phase. Nobody. Move second phase.
Okay.
How many can I move again?
What's that, guys?
How many squares can I move again?
I think you can move. It's half your move.
4,
so
right?
it's 4. I think 4 first. 4 per phase. Steve, did you ask something?
4.
Yeah, our spells didn't reset at any point, did they?
Nope, not yet.
Since we were
No, you guys haven't had a chance to sleep yet.
That's it. All right. Okay, so
well, you can move this round.
Right.
We're still on phase 2, Steve.
Right. Okay. So is it move now?
Yep. You can move half your movement, and then I believe, remember, it's always half per phase.
Oh, okay.
James is in chat saying, "What? No one has magic. Where's the sorcery? This is killing me." Well, it's James. If you showed up for a session instead of being in chat, although he's probably at work right now, so
Yeah, he's probably working.
You should be working, but we're glad to have you in chat.
Yeah.
Okay, so he comes running. Repositions himself. Okay, then guys, that is the end of the round. On to round 2. Vargosh has lost initiative, so that means Steve, wait until you see my dice, and then you will roll initiative for everyone. Everyone declare actions. For round 2, you're on your more favorable attack right now. Okay, and Steve, we've had a specific request from James for more spells, so.
Shit. All right, more spells. I will grant your wish. So let's remove magic.
Nice. Okay.
Well, we can request for more James.
Yeah, that's a standing request.
There's a 2. What's up?
No.
James,
Remember, you gotta wait for me to show you, Steve.
Oh,
James,
sorry.
it's a fantasy game you should be playing.
Okay. Boom. Beat my 5.
Ooh.
Here it comes.
Oh, you didn't roll it yet. All right.
Here we go. And is he gonna do
Jack.
it? Oh,
Bring
Steve,
it.
you rolling?
Oh, me?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you gotta roll.
Okay. I think it's way too. 5. What's up?
Oh, tied. Nice. All right, what is this thing's dexterity? Does not beat you guys. So first up is melee. Who wants to go in melee? We got Sagamore with 2. We got Vargosh with 2.
Let me see if I can do anything to it.
Okay. So first swing. That connects and comes out the other side with your sword coated in white rime. No apparent effect on this thing.
Okay, well then I'm not gonna bother attacking again, but I'm gonna shout, Vargosh, you gotta take this down.
Okay. Vargosh. Oh, wow. Talking about -5. Oh my gosh. So that's 12 damage.
Changed the name to the Traitor's Blade, and it liked that.
It really did.
It really
The Roll20, if nothing else, is a fan of narrative flourish. Oh boy. My gosh.
So am I. So, roll 20.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you some good stuff.
Oh my god. Okay, so what happens, Vargosh, is you swing around and cut down on this thing, and it goes recoiling back. And no, the traitor! See what they do! And then it kind of just disintegrates as if it was a dropped glass, and it is gone.
Mm.
Now, again, the trees in here, guys, are just as, desiccated and full of like dead leaves. They sound like, the wind blowing leaves around on a late autumn day. And the town council all seems kind of like, taken aback a bit by what you guys have just done. And the woman who was speaking to the apparition says, what do you intend now? Now, remember, guys, to determine reactions from the characters, it's going to be dependent on who does the talking, because I'll be applying the...
So I think Sagamore is going to step up and says, it's time to set things to right. Who among you believed this foul creature?
Okay. So I don't think you got bonuses against nobility, right? It's just against common folk?
I think common folk? Yes. +2 to reactions of all common people.
Okay. So, and what's your charisma?
My charisma is a 16.
16. Nice. All right. You step forward and they all say, they kind of like point at her, like, shh, he came to her. He came to her. He said he was her ancestor. He said that we were living and that some were tricking and trying to say we were dead. But look around us. And that sort of Arbella looks kind of, she has the look of someone who was just, thrown under the cart, as it were. And she says, but he said, that was Garrod Tharmethion. Garrod Tharmethion was a hero of the Shining Crusade. You know that, Sagamore. She kind of gestures at your tabard. He was a knight of Ozem. He rode with them against the Whispering Tyrant. He said this was a trick of the Whispering Way, that they were trying to deceive us all, that this all was some elaborate sorcery on their part. And she kind of trails off and is looking at you. What do you guys... I mean, they're sort of bickering amongst each other right now.
Is
The
there
forces-
anything
I
left
don't
of
know
it?
that I want to speak, because...
Oh, sorry, guys. I heard three of you talking at once. Let's go right to that. Dave, what were you saying first?
Is there anything left of the creature that just perished?
Not at all. Complete. It's as if it was never there.
Okay.
Okay.
Just gonna clean the blade off then.
Sure. Yours is actually not covered in that stuff. Sagamore's blade still has, it's starting to, it'll slowly start to melt and you can fleck off the frost that's on it. Yours does not have any of that on there.
Then I'll just lean on the sword and stay silent.
Okay. Neorians, or Jeff, what were you going to say?
I was just going to say that I don't think Neorian should speak, because no one seems to have a very good reaction to him around here.
Okay. And last but not least, Arlen, what were you going to say?
The creatures of evil are fiends and liars, and you cannot trust them. They will use whatever falsehoods they can to convince you of their evil, and their perfidy must be opposed at all times. And this was a creature of evil. Know that. No, but I'm hoping that they don't question me on it.
No, I'm curious of your character. He's been pretty intent on using his...
Well, I didn't use it before he disappeared, and now there's nothing left, right? So... Okay, I'm going to pause in my speech for just a moment to sense evil around the area and see if I can sense that there's anything evil.
So there is nothing. There's nothing there that is like a source of that stuff. I imagine it's sort of like a feeling, a mixture of like butterflies in your stomach and like gnawing. It's nothing as strong as that, but there's definitely a hint of it. There's a little flutter, as if like a lingering stench. You've been testing a lot of things as you've gone along. Umble and Thoot, McTana and Duskfeather, all those things that you encountered in the tomb, in Roslar's tomb. This is the first emanation of clear evil that you've encountered.
And it's, of course, just stunning to the crowd as I pause and the halo comes out around my head and I say, and I know the truth, that evil must be opposed.
So yeah, like your eyes are blazing. They all sort of say, well, then what's become of this? What has happened to us?
That is harder to explain. But something horrible has befallen Roslar's coffer, and you and everyone else in it, aside from just a few and a gesture at my companions, is dead and must pass on to the next realm.
What do you mean dead? And then you can picture they're all sort of like, chirping in at the same time.
Dead.
What do you mean? How are we dead?
No longer living. Something horrible happened that we do not know. But a pair of psychopomps will be here to escort you to the beyond.
Psychopomps? What do you mean?
A psychopomp is a guardian of dead souls who guides them through the netherworlds to their final resting place.
One of the women on the council steps forward and kind of looks around. She says, then we are dead. That's where we are. Pharasma, protect us.
I am very sorry.
Wait, our families, our friends, all gone.
All of them.
You can see from their expressions that they're sort of, it's like confirming a nagging doubt. This is a very different reaction than what you've been experiencing from some of the others.
Yep.
Maybe it's the interaction with the shade or what, but they all seem to be accepting, at least the silence and the contemplative look on all of their faces suggests that they are accepting their ill fate. And this is when Arbella kind of looks back up to you. Her face, her eyes she's not crying or anything, but you can tell there is like a weary sorrow that kind of haunts her expression. And she says, what are we to do then?
Pass on.
But the town.
Help us to convince everyone in the town that they must pass on as well, so that all of you can be at peace.
They kind of nod. Very well. We shall call the town. And you will do the speaking?
If necessary.
You are the one who speaks for these psychopomps, right?
Then yes, I will do the speaking.
Then we will call the town. So it'll take them probably about, maybe an hour to just get everybody together. So you guys will have an hour to kind of kill in amongst, while things are going on. And during that time, I think what you guys see is Well, tell me first off, like what do you guys plan on doing with that time? Vargosh, you can. I think we can either have it that you see Tarragon as sort of everyone's being collected, or you could seek out Tarragon, or you just run into him. What are you thinking?
If I suspect that he's passed on, I'm not going to bother. Don't want to.
Well, that'll be everyone in town. It seems as if it's everybody other than you guys and Red Crow and what's the barbarian's name? Liana?
Larissa.
Yeah.
I'm not going to. If my friend is passed on, I'm just going to silently grieve for him and help him get to the next realm.
Okay. So they're collecting everyone in kind of the town square so that everyone's within kind of speaking distance. And there's probably a little like deck or something out back of the town hall where sort of the town crier can stand if need be, or like the town officials can stand to speak to a collected crowd. And in amongst that crowd, you do see Tarragon. He's sort of organizing the watch. He looks over and he's, big smile goes across his face. And he says, Vargosh! And he sort of gives a last instruction to one of the other guards. He makes his way over to you. Vargosh! Where have you been? We've been looking for you. Yeah, I should know you better than to shirk your duty.
I signed on with another company. I'm doing some other work.
Funny. That's why you have your uniform on still. You don't need to cover for your brother any longer.
Oh, fine. But what can I do?
Where is that reprobate anyway? I haven't heard his rattle.
He's probably drunk somewhere as usual, but I'll seek him out later. Where do I need to do? What do I need to do?
So tell me what's going through Vargosh's mind seeing this guy again.
He just wants to play the charade quickly and get through this until his friend can go to the better place.
Okay. Let's think here. I think I'm going to ask for... I'm trying to think what a save would be here. It's not going to be death.
Avoidance.
Yeah.
Conflict avoidance.
Because you're trying to hide the... let's see your saves. Why don't you just give me a generic saving throw, and I'll let you add your... What's your wisdom modifier?
I have a wisdom of 13, so I don't have one.
No modifier. Okay, so go ahead and give me just a regular saving throw. Okay. So there's something that you're doing that is just it's going to be obvious to him that you're not, you're not holding it together.
A terrible liar.
Yeah, basically. So what is it that we see?
Vargosh maybe is trying to help some other people with some crates of stuff or whatever, move some things around, and he keeps looking back, but he looks too many times, and trying to catch a last glimpse of his buddy before he moves on to the nether realms. And
sure.
And it's one of those kind of long lingering, oh man, I'm gonna miss you, and it's like, oh shit, he saw me.
So he walks over to you, and you sort of you've gone back to try and pretend that you're going on with your work. And he kind of nudges you. He says, another drink like that, another look like that, you're gonna have to buy me a drink. What's going on with you?
This place is really weird, don't you think?
I don't know. I mean, we knew the job, secure, good, steady work. Someone's got to protect the coffer.
Something happened protecting the coffer that maybe having problems remembering?
What do you mean?
I'm not lying about signing on with the group. I didn't necessarily sign on with them, but somehow ended up doing something out of this world, we'll say.
He's looking a little confused.
Yeah. What if I told you this is a realm that's not the one you're used to?
What do you mean?
I look around. How many people do you actually recognize? We're serving in the coffer. You'd know the tavern keeper. You'd know the places where you get your food, the shops, the blacksmith.
How much did you drink last night?
I bet you don't
And
know
he
10
goes out.
people in the crowd.
He points out and he names everyone. He's able to name basically everyone in the crowd. You know them. You know Yoan.
I don't know them.
What do you mean you don't know them? How much did you drink last night?
I wasn't actually. I was in a crypt fighting undead.
Is this your side job?
If you want to call it that.
I don't know what you drank, but he kind of hits you. We've got work to do. Town wants to speak to everyone. Let's make sure everyone's in place. And he kind of jostles you, and he gestures towards Neorian, who's sort of waiting near the front there. Keep an eye on that one.
Oh, I will. He's trouble.
All right. Boom. And he says, you're still going to owe me a drink for that look.
Tell you what, after the town talks to everybody, let's talk again.
All right. So you guys make your way. The whole crowd is, unless anyone else wants to meet with anyone or do anything during that hour, we'll fast forward to the point where the entire crowd is assembled. All the town council are kind of standing around the front. Mayor Grive gets up and says, people, I thank you for taking time from your day. And there's, the kids that you saw playing before, they're now with their parents, and their parents are kind of like forcing them to behave, kind of thing. And she says, if you just spare a moment, we would have a representative from the Knights of Ozum make an important statement. And she kind of turns to you and nods her head. You draw a deep breath there, Sagamore, and you spare only a single glance out, and you can see Isolde and Lamorak standing in the crowd as well too. They seem thrilled to see you, and you can feel from the very, the brief moment of eye contact, Lamorak and Isolde look incredibly proud of you to be up on the stand there talking to everyone. Neorian, you can see Grandma Softblossom out there, and at the very edge of the crowd, Nargle, you can see Marvena watching you. So Sagamore, you walk up the heavy wood of the plank of the deck, kind of creaking underneath you as you make your way up to the kind of makeshift podium they have there. And what do you say?
Surely I spent the last hour thinking up something to say.
Quick, everyone, hands up who's alive. Not so fast.
Yeah.
People of Roslar's coffin.
Coffer.
Look around Roslar's coffer. Yeah. This is a Freudian slip, guys.
Yeah.
Look around you for a moment and look past the comforting falsehoods that suggest that everything is right with the town, because everything is not right. Something horrible has happened, and we are in Pharasma, the goddess. Yeah, we are.
Well,
in
you don't know
Pharas-
that's. I mean,
Okay.
you can intuit. You doesn't mean anything to Sagamore, but
Yeah. We are in a place called the Boneyard because the town is full of the dead.
and you kind of let that sit, and they're sort of that sort of goes among the crowd, and they're all kind of looking around. What do you mean? What is going on? And they're starting to chirp in with stuff. So you want to continue?
Your leaders recognize this. Even your children know this. And you must move on from this false realm. 2 psychopomps, Umble and Thoot, will be here soon, and they will help guide you on to the next stage of your existence.
There's a murmuring in the crowd as you look behind, and Umble and Thoot have landed at the top of the town hall. And, monsters! Monsters!
No, they are not monsters. They are part of the divinely ordained order of the world, and they're here to guide you on to the next realm.
I imagine, like all good speakers, you've been sort of, your eyes have been tracing across the crowd, and unfortunately you lock eyes with Isolde, and the rest of your speech is going to be delivered directly to her. She looks wounded, she looks confused, and her eyes are starting to fill with tears.
I have no answer for why this has happened, or even what it was that was done to all of you. And know that it grieves me in every inch of my soul to know this and to be forced to deliver this to you, but it is necessary. I cannot shirk this duty.
Do you break eye contact there?
Yeah.
Okay, so
and
you look.
that's looking down at my feet at this point.
Neorian, do you make eye contact with Grandma Soft Blossom?
Yeah, for sure.
She looks equally confused and scared.
I'll walk over and I'll hold her hand.
Okay. Vargosh, Tarragon looks uncertain, I guess. Confused. And Nargol, Marvena seems like she's actually, for such a tough and, and confident woman, and for someone who was your protector for so many years, she looks wounded and scared.
I approach her and look her deeply in the eye. And I say, "Be comforted, sister, for our existence transcends what we understand. And you still have meaning or you wouldn't be."
She says, "You're not coming. You're not coming with me."
We are not in the same place, sister, but I will see you again.
She kind of, there's a tremble that passes across her lips. And she, with great care in her words, she says, "But who will watch for you?"
Sister, you can't look after me forever. You've taught me everything you know. Go on, you have your own adventures. I have my own one.
Grandma Soft Blossom looks at you, Neorian. She says, "Did I tell you how to make the crust?"
You did, Grandma, many times.
"And you'll make your pies?"
I'll make the pies myself. Finally, you can see Mom again.
She laughs and tears are just streaming down her face. And she says, "I will tell you. I will tell her. I will tell her what a boy you've grown into." And she gives you this great big hug. And you can just feel it's that almost
Yorin
too
feels
tight.
extremely guilty with his life choices.
And for your eyes kind of shut, and you can smell the same scent that you had before, the smell of her and the baking and the cinnamon. And then it's gone. And they're all gone. And you look up, Sagamore, to an empty yard. You look to your side, and the members of the council are gone. The mayor is gone. There is only the four of you remaining. And you hear from atop the structure, "It's done. Done." And they land. And Umble looks. "They have passed on."
Can any of us go with them?
Do you wish to?
I'm sorely tempted. I don't know if I wish to or not.
You know what you are and what they are. The bone roads are difficult to travel. And I know not what artifice lies behind what is in your hearts. But I know that symbol. And he kind of points his his beak towards them, towards the thing. Psychopomps are not creatures of vengeance. We do not write scales. We simply perform the function. But I wonder, how do you feel about those who did this? And looks around at the destroyed and now empty town. Literally a ghost town.
Who did this?
I know not. Can you discover that? Your answer will lie outside the Boneyard. The living send the dead here. Your answers will be amongst the living. Then, do you wish to come and join them, or find who is responsible?
Sagamore kind of whispers under his breath again, "Duty that cannot be shirked." I suppose we'll have to go with you through the dead roads.
Then, let us talk about your task before you. In order to leave the dead roads, the Boneyard is crossed by pathways. But the pathways of the Boneyard do not move as they do amongst the living. You follow them towards your destination. Along the way, there is only the road and the mist. Do not leave the road. You may find yourself lost, or worse, found by others on the roads. And take care. The roads can be treacherous, even for souls such as yours. To leave, you must complete the ritual. If you satisfy the ritual, the gates of the Boneyard will open for you. You must first get approval. The bureaucracy of the psychopomps is efficient. The bureaucracy of this region is maintained by Barzak the Passage, who allows those to come, such as us, to come and go. But those of psychopompological nature need authorization to prevent abuse. Specially appointed bureaucrats control way stations along the routes and can offer a stamp on your body to pass freely. Without a stamp of passage, beings tend to slide off the dead roads and land back here if they are lucky. We never did locate more than a few fingers from that one poor Waywardian Kelishite who found his way in. Tasty, tasty fingers. The route to Roslar's coffer passes 3 way stations. The Palace of Teeth, the manor called 9 Eves, and Salagara's Scriptorium. You will need to stop at all 3 to make your pilgrimage back to your home. Each way station master will probably charge for passage. So given your pauperian circumstances, I assume they'll trade services. Or I hope they shall. Once you have the stamp from all 3 stations, Barzak the Passage should permit the way. Though I hear the name Mictana has reached your ears.
That's correct.
Oh, she's here already. That is distressing. Mictana is, in vulgar terms, our superior. She is quite a potent psychopomp, and this corner of the Boneyard is within her jurisdiction. I would recommend that, like us, you avoid attracting her attention.
Little late for that maneuver. We may have injured her crow.
Duskfeather.
Yeah.
He shakes and the little bells on the end kind of ringle. And you hear Thoot kind of, creaks as he repositions. And Umble says, yes, yes. He is a favorite of hers. Spy. If Duskfeather has been seen at Bean's eyes, and kind of turns his head to the side as if to emphasize things, eyes may be on you already. Take double care then. Seek those stamps, get your approval quickly, and then be gone of this place, and find your fate amongst the living. And in time, we will see you again. There's a feeling of like a funereal insistence to that. Your choice. You select your destination, and you will find your way there. The Palace of Teeth lies only 3 hours by foot, while 9 Eves and Salagara's scriptorium both require 8 hours or so to reach, though both are they within 3 hours of each other. Do you understand your task? 3 stamps from each of the station masters. 3 stamps, and you may exit the dead roads.
What are they? The Palace of Teeth? The Manor?
The Palace of Teeth, 9 Eves, a manor, and Salagara's scriptorium. Do you wish to know of them?
Absolutely.
Which would you seek to reach first?
Nine Eves?
Oh, 9 Eves. 9 Eves. It's a rather gloom-encrusted manor. An elderly Shoki psychopomp named Kishokish serves as the master, ruminating on all manner of confabulations. Reclusive and a bit annoying, he has a fondness for puzzles and games. He'll almost certainly demand some battle of wits before granting his stamp, as he's a depressing fellow. Humor him.
How about the Palace of Teeth?
Oh, the Palace of Teeth. Well, it's a small castle constructed by... I say, Thoot, who constructed it? I've no idea, actually. Its current occupants are malicious little pixies who collect teeth. Rather pesky.
Mm.
They raid the graves of the Boneyard, so I imagine they'll accept a few teeth in trade. Sagramore and Nargle, each give me a d6 roll. Actually, I think, Nargle, you're going to automatically know this. Oh, yeah, there you go. And the dice tell me yes. So the Boneyard, you're sort of getting a sense this is an afterlife or whatnot. This is not like fairies and the Fey realm. This is not where they come from. Why are they here?
Why are they here?
Nargo, are you saying anything? Or
Why are they here?
why? Why, I cannot even fathom Barzak's reasoning regarding this appointment. But positions staffing the dead roads are far from coveted amongst my normally quite sociable kind. I imagine it pertains to a case of prolonged occupancy, implying a certain type of ownership. They may come from elsewhere, and, as your kind say, squatters' rights.
Oh my goodness. This land has laws, comic laws that I do not understand. But I will figure them out. There's something afoot here, I dare say, though, if my senses tell me right.
I would say yes. You seem so curious of those. Do you wish to know of Salagara's scriptorium as well?
Yeah, why don't you?
Salagara is a Vedas psychopomp, and not a gregarious one. She likes the privacy of the dead roads offer, and oversees several scribes performing menial copying tasks for the Boneyard bureaucracy. I've attended one of her pompacious lectures on a prior encounter, and I don't need to tell you, they are sanctimonious and redundant to the extreme. How a psychopomp could be so full of herself is quite beyond me. And Thoot kind of creaks with the leather and steel. If Salagara wants labor in exchange for her stamp, it will likely be exceedingly dull to perform. You have my apologies in advance. Then, those are your 3 destinations. Where, I wonder? Where will you try first? So what do you guys think? The Palace of Teeth, 9 Eves, or Salagara's Scriptorium? Tooth Fairies, a studious psychopomp, or a clever and game-loving psychopomp? What do you think?
Where would we find teeth? Why don't we go do one of the other ones and keep our eyes out for some teeth?
Okay, which one? Salagar?
Sure. I spent some time as a scholar. I could perhaps figure out something that would be useful to her.
Okay. So Salagara's Scriptorium. You may want to rest. I know this is but a hollow echo of your home, but take what solace you can here, for the dead roads can be treacherous. Good luck, my friends. Thoot kind of takes off, and they're gone. And you guys are alone. What are you guys thinking?
This is going to be hard.
Vargosh, what's going through your mind?
Doesn't want to go with puzzles. He's not like, stupid or anything. He just doesn't like puzzles.
Yeah.
Likes things that are direct. So if he has to do some labor, he'd almost rather go and if I got to do something, I got to do something. Copy some words, I can do that.
Okay.
Yeah, let's.
Well, Sagamore, what are you thinking?
I think Sagamore's he's decided that he's gonna keep up the fight, but he's still he's kind of wishing that he could kind of lay down and finish things and pass on with this old and Lamorak and just be done with things.
Okay. So then you guys will have an opportunity to spend the night here. Do you want to spend the night here before you pass on? Or you guys
Yeah,
want to...
I think so.
There's not really
want
anyone
to rest, don't you? Doesn't gain you your spells back mechanically for anyone?
Yeah, I think Nargle, have you used all your spells for the day?
Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, pretty much, yes. I think so. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, just my cantrip. Yeah.
Okay. Then okay, guys. That is, I believe, then, knowing where you are heading next, knowing what what you will likely find there, and knowing that because you are going to the 8-hour away destination, that I get to make some random encounters. Let's leave it there. So you guys will get an evening to get a full night's rest. You'll recover everything. Could everyone put in chat how many points of Astonishing Fortune they have left?
We got one more tonight, but we didn't. But we lost them all from last time.
Yeah, and at the end of every session, it always cashes in as XP. You get 50 XP for each one.
I don't know if anyone spent them, did they?
I think Vargosh is the only one who spent his for the save.
Yeah. It's a good call. Energy drain is a bitch in old school games. Like, woohoo, I'm 3rd level. Oh, I'm back to 2nd. Okay. Great. Okay, so actually, yeah, you guys got a good amount there. Okay. All right. Divided by 4. Okay. Times, everyone's got 10% bonus, right? Yeah. So then, guys, each of you is gaining 528 XP for setting free the souls in Roslar's coffer.
Oh yeah, that's level 3.
Yay! Nice. Neorian, is that level 3 for you as well?
Just a sec. I didn't check
So
yet.
what was it? 500 and what now?
528. 528.
528.
That includes your 10% bonus. So, what's your total XP now there, Neorian?
5482.
5482. Let's see.
Or sorry, 4582.
4582. Yeah. Welcome to 3rd level.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, I already was level 3.
Were you already level 3? Oh, okay.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you go up at 3,000.
Yeah.
What's up? So wait, I only get 1 spell per level, right?
That's correct. Yeah.
Nice. Cloud, baby. That's what's coming next.
James says, sounds like you need a wizard. Yeah, James, we do. We need a wizard. Get on down here, buddy. Okay, so that is that. I guess we have everyone hit level 3 now. Pretty awesome. Okay, then let me just quickly make an adjustment. So Nargul, if you're at level 3, your hit points are going to be, because it's an odd level, you will get 4 plus your con modifier of 1. Ooh, look at you, 13 hit points. I think you guys knew who know who your new tank is. I think Vargosh, though, hit hard enough tonight to kill you with 1 stroke, though. So, all right. So that's that, guys. Let's hop into the session, and we will continue along the dead roads on Friday. Let me get out of here, and I'll make with the outro. Well, the outro is going to be a lot shorter now that the what do you call it? The raffle has finished. So first off, for those listening at home, thanks so much for joining us for either live or later. As always, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding the session, please don't hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section below, and we will endeavor to reply in a timely fashion. You can also reach me on Twitter at Dungeon Musings, or you can reach me by email. My email address is dungeonmusings@gmail.com. In addition, you may notice that there is something in the description, a link in the description of the video to something called Heroes Save Villages. That is the charity fundraising campaign that we run on the channel. And as of 2 days ago, we had finally had our actual draw, and we had a charity raffle that ran for about 2 months. And over the course of those 2 months, our very generous players and viewers and donors raised just over $1,240 for the kids who benefit from the services of SOS Children's Villages International. If you enjoyed the session, I just ask that you maybe consider clicking through and learning a little more about the Heroes Save Villages campaign and some of the rewards that we have on offer there. The charity raffle is over for this year, but because it was such a success and we raised so much money for the people at SOS Children's Villages International, I think we're going to do it again next year. So next summer, look forward to yet another one of our charity raffles. as well too, you can click through, and if you're interested, if this game in particular, if Astonishing Swordsmen and Sorcerers of Hyperborea interests you, there's links to Northwind Publishing. That is the Northwind Adventures, which is the company that publishes this game. So you can get a copy of it for your very own. Or there's a link. There's a link as well through to DriveThru RPG, where you can get an electronic copy of it. Let's see here. I think that is. Gosh, it's such a short outro now. I've been so used to the really long one with the charity raffle. So I'll just say, and the other thing I need to get in the habit of doing is, if you enjoyed the session and you're not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and click on that bell icon if you want to join us in chat while we're playing live. We're going to be, we're usually pretty good about keeping an eye on what's going on in chat. And we did see James. Oh, Nefarious joined us today too. Nefarious has said that you guys are getting a tramp stamp of passage. So I believe we know where you're going to be getting the the mark from these guys. But last but not least, I want to thank my players. So Arlen, Dave, Jeff, Steve, thanks for joining me on Wednesday night, guys. It's episode 7, Beneath the Boneyard. Thank you for sending all of your loved ones off to their final reward. So, and great role playing from everybody as well too. That was a lot of fun.
Thanks,
so
Jeff.
cool.
Yeah, thanks for running it.
Of course. So then, until next time, folks. Thanks again for watching, and until then, happy gaming.